The next thing that we're going to be talking about is Draymond Green being suspended indefinitely from the NBA. The whole situation that had happened with Draymond Green is that he ended up backhand. The nigga backhanded the nigga in the face. Bah! He fell to the floor and shit like that, you know? And this wasn't his first incident this year. The first incident of the year was when I believe Draymond Green choked out Rudy Gobert. And before anybody say anything about that Rudy Gobert, I believe that that whole situation, what happened was, I think it was an incident where it just had happened, man. I don't think the nigga meant to do it. Personally, I don't think he meant to do it. I think it just, that was his first instinct. Like, yo, let me help my team. And then this nigga went crazy. So this is my question for the whole show is this nigga the new Dennis Rodman? And is these niggas being obsessive about the whole suspension? Personally, I think, I don't think he's the new Dennis Rodman. And the reason why I say I don't think Draymond Green's the new Dennis Rodman is because Dennis Rodman has style to his shit. When Dennis Rodman did some shit, he was in your head. All jokes aside, he was in niggas' heads. And when he was in niggas' head, he was playing manipulation games. While niggas was playing checkers, this nigga was really playing chess. All these other niggas was playing Chinese checkers. This nigga was playing chess. Like, oh, yo, how can I take this nigga out the game? How can I make this nigga mess up? And he was really doing it. That nigga was really doing it. But Draymond Green, he plays chess with people, but at the end of the day, he play his part. He know he's not the best. He know he's not the fourth best on that team. But he know he's the playmaker. He's a borderline floor general. You know? And for a power forward, I don't want to say the nigga's a floor general, but at the end of the day, the way how he plays, the way how he make moves, it shows. Those teams would have never won those championships without them. LeBron James already exposed that. LeBron exposed. And the thing about it, LeBron exposed everybody. Oh, you want to fuck up and stuff like that? All right, I got you, my nigga. I'm going to show you how valuable you are to this team. I'm going to show this team that they can't win without you. It was so bad that they had to go get Kevin Durant. All jokes aside. And the thing about it, I don't want to say Kevin Durant's career would have been, I think Kevin Durant's career would have been different if he would have stayed and won the championship with them, because he would have won. I think that next year he would have won. You know, but at the end of the day, he wanted to take a different route, and niggas can't be mad about that with him. When he won 2, he got the fuck out. You know? Niggas could say whatever he's a bitch for that, this and that. Nah, he ain't. That nigga did what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to win a championship. That nigga's immortal now. Every time you see championship, you'll see his name. You know? And like, I personally wished Kyrie Irving would have never went to the Celtics. He would have stayed there, but at the end of the day, because don't forget, LeBron James wanted to give niggas the keys. LeBron been trying to give niggas the keys for the last, almost 10 years. For almost 10 years, he been trying to give niggas the keys. Like, yo, my nigga, this is your team. Like, nigga, look at now. This nigga trying to give Anthony Davis the fucking keys. He can't even give him the keys. The nigga's so frail that he's gonna get hurt, man. Then after that, the team's fucked. And this is why everybody always talks about this GOAT status. Both of them niggas is the GOAT. But you gotta separate. But the thing about they're different types of GOAT. Michael Jordan is Vladimir the Impaler. Type of basketball player. He's an assassin. He makes niggas scared of him. But LeBron James is the Sun Tzu of fucking basketball. Like, LeBron James is the real blueprint. You spend money on yourself. You invest in yourself. Then when the NBA comes, you win championships. This nigga been to the championship, what? Over 10 times. And he been in the league for 20 years. Most people don't ever go to the championship 3 or 4 times. What is it? This nigga's giving niggas is the blueprint of this generation. That Michael Jordan bullshit don't work. Like, it might put it this way. The closest person to Michael Jordan's playing skills is probably Jason Tatum. But the thing about it, if Jason Tatum isn't gonna pass, if he ain't gonna use his team, if he isn't gonna try to build on his skills, he's just gonna be an assassin. I love Kobe Bryant, but Kobe Bryant should have. Kobe Bryant is so good mentally, physically, and spiritually that he could have made his whole team better. That's how good this nigga was. And I think that's why I thought Kobe Bryant would always be better than Michael Jordan. Because he can make people better, but he didn't. Kobe Bryant wanted to be better than Michael Jordan. He wanted to be Michael Jordan. You know, and I felt like Kobe Bryant, could have stepped out of the shadow of Michael Jordan and been Kobe. Because now you got to look at it. Every time we say Kobe, we got to think of Michael Jordan. But Kobe Bryant could have been that dude. And this is why I always tell people all the time, people, like my boy asked me yesterday, he's like, would I ever buy a Kobe Bryant jersey? I told him I would buy a number 8 Kobe jersey. Why not 24? Because it reminded me so much of Michael Jordan. I wanted Kobe to have his shine. And that's what's so dope about Draymond Green. He steps out the shadow of everybody else. And this is why I asked that question. Was he the new Dennis Rodman? No. The closest person to the next Dennis Rodman right now is probably Dylan Brooks. And there will be more suspensions for that nigga. Way more. You know? And and the reason why I say that there'll be way more suspensions for Dylan Brooks, because he's playing a manipulation game. But at the end of the day, he has to learn how to play that game. Right now, he's a newbie at that shit, my nigga. He's doing what he's supposed to do, and I think he's doing good, but he's not worth that $20 million. He's worth 15, maybe 12 million a year. He deserved that 15, 12 million. You know? But I feel that Dylan Brooks will be an all-star. Not this year, maybe next year. Maybe next year. Within the next 2 years, he'll be an all-star. And the reason why I say that, and I think Dylan Brooks is dope. I think he's the next Dennis Rodman. And the reason why I say he's the next Dennis Rodman is because he has the style. Draymond Green does not have the style. Draymond Green is too hood to be fucking Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman keeps on doing things just to make you think. Because Dennis Rodman was actually that good. I personally don't think Dennis Rodman had to work as hard as he did. And he still would have won championships. Like, everybody always like, what's your favorite basketball players? My top 5 basketball players. I'm gonna tell y'all my top 5 basketball players right now. And I usually do these at the end, but like I'm gonna let y'all know. The first, my favorite basketball player is Bill Russell. Second, Dirk Nowitzki. After Dirk Nowitzki, LeBron James. And I'm doing center, power forward, shooting guard. I'm doing all of that. So my favorite shooting guard would be. See, the thing about it, there's a lot. There's Reggie Miller. But I'm not going on skill wise. I'm going on like what do I like to watch. I do like Kobe Bryant, but it's crazy too because the people I love to watch playing basketball was OJ Mayo. I always thought OJ Mayo was gonna be like very, very great. You know, I thought he would have been great. And my favorite point guard, and it's because I told people about this. It's Steph. I think Magic is the better point guard. Magic or Derrick Rose was the better point guard. But I feel like bias wise, Steph Curry. And this is all being biased. You know? Because there's other people I like. I love Tony Allen. Tony Allen was a great basketball player. He's one of my favorites. That's why I said I don't like to do who is my favorite. But those people that I name, like Dirk Nowitzki, he's my favorite basketball player. Dirk Nowitzki and Bill Russell were my favorite basketball players. People used to laugh at me because I used to like Dirk Nowitzki. And they didn't know how great he was until they started looking at his career. They were like, you were right. Like, yeah, I know. This nigga changed the game. Between Dirk, and Tim Duncan, those are the greatest power forwards ever of all time. Like, yeah, you got Amari Stoudemire and you got Kevin Garnett. But these are my favorites. Like, just watching them, Dirk Nowitzki, changing the game, the way how he shoots. He shoots like he's shooting a fadeaway where nobody can hit him. The spinoff shoots a fadeaway. 7 foot, small forward, power forward. Niggas don't know. Before Dirk Nowitzki came in the NBA, he was playing small forward at 7 foot, 6'11", 7 feet. And the person who got me into Dirk Nowitzki was my uncle Steven. He said, well, playing video games, why don't you use Dirk Nowitzki? Who's Dirk Nowitzki? Oh, man. He shoots threes. He spins. He's a 7-footer. Really? So it's just Dirk Nowitzki and Bill Russell is my favorite basketball players. And this probably also too is when I was playing basketball, Pee Wee, youth, big leagues and shit like that. I used to play power forward or center. I was usually a defensive person. I love Dennis Rodman, definitely. Don't get me wrong. He was my favorite. Hollywood or The Worm, he's my favorite. Rodzilla, He was my favorite. I dyed my hair and shit like that for Halloween when I used to celebrate Halloween and stuff like that. Dennis Rodman used to play mind games with people when people running down for an easy layup. Just run down there and slap the ball and just look at them and walk back and smile, say good job. He's like, oh, this nigga's an asshole. That's Dennis Rodman, but Bill Russell is the same person. And this is why I always tell people all the time. I love Kobe Bryant. I love LeBron James. LeBron James is probably the third favorite person ever. But Bill Russell was a different monster. I feel like Bill Russell is so smart. I think he could adapt with this era. Don't forget, people forget Bill Russell. The shit that niggas is doing now, Bill Russell was already doing. Bill Russell was only 6'8" and he was a center. Bill Russell was running fast breaks and jumping over people, laying up, doing layups. Bill Russell was shutting down big centers. Wilt Chamberlain hated this nigga because he won 11 out of 13 championships. And that was his career. He only had a 13-year championship. 13-year NBA career. Like, we forget how Bill Russell changed the game. Like, yeah, we can talk about Michael Jordan. Oh, yeah, he hasn't lost a championship. He never went to the 7th round. Nor has Bill Russell did either. Oh, they didn't have that many. Doesn't matter. So that nigga is not the great because he dominated his career. I hope y'all nigga do that to Nicole. No, it was the nigga from Denver. Saying, oh, well, the nigga, he didn't have the same challenges as niggas in the NBA. Like, the nigga can't be stopped. The nigga could be stopped. It's not. This is the difference between this generation and the other generation. This generation, it is easier to be stopped, and the reason why it's easy to be stopped is because these younger coaches are not young. They're not used to this type of center. The only person who's used to that center is fucking probably Pop. So this nigga's gonna get 32 points, assists, rebounds, double digits in assists and rebounds, double digits in points. Those are the reason why them niggas aren't used to it. Them niggas is used to using small centers. They used to playing small.